Hello everyone and welcome back to Fate Unlimited Blade Works episode 9. Last time we had the school attack. There was basically they were in the school and shit started to go down. One of the servants, Ryder, was completely taken out by the looks of it, which is crazy because I feel like we didn't get to see Ryder's abilities or anything, you know? But I will say, and don't tell me in detail. Okay, actually, this is something that I do want to address at the top of this video. Is that people have been leaving comments on these videos, which is like I love the comments on these videos, right? And I'm not telling anyone to stop doing what they're doing with the comments. I'm just letting you know in advance, especially for the YouTube uploads. I get you know, a lot of comments explaining in detail a lot of the stuff about Fate because you guys are very passionate about it, and also since it's based on a visual novel, visual novels tend to give a lot of detail and a lot of explanations for things. So people tend to share with me things that that, you know, aren't technically spoilers. It's just a lot of detail on a lot of different stuff. Just the way that I consume this, a lot of the time with those comments, I'll see that they're like explaining something in detail, and I actually won't fully take it in on purpose. I generally like sort of skim it or don't read it, just because I actually kind of like not having all of that information right now. I like not knowing every little detail about these servants or characters or anything, because you know, if I end up going into like playing the game myself, which I'm pretty sure I'll do. I think I own the games. I bought them, so I have to play them at some point. Then at that point, I can take in and like learn in detail about this stuff. Otherwise, I like the way that Ufotable presents the information to me, you know? Like sometimes there's little gaps in there and people are like, oh yeah, they didn't explain that this happened. And that's fine. I don't think the show needs to explain every little thing. It just explains as much as I need to know. And I feel like the show creators are doing a great job at what bits I need to know and what bits I don't. So like, that's not to say stop leaving those comments. That's not to say I definitely won't read your comment. It's just to let you know that, like, if you have explained something to me in a comment and yet, you know, 20 episodes go by and I'm still not, like, I still haven't taken in that information, it might be on purpose. That might be part of what I'm trying to get as my experience. So just letting you know that in advance. I like the way that I'm consuming this series right now. But now, with that being said, I think the Fate Stay Night and Unlimited Blade Works, I think they're kind of like alternate timelines or alternate ways things could go or something along those lines. Like, I don't know exactly what they are, but I think it's something like that. So if that's the case, maybe Ryder has more to do in a different, you know, in the Fate Stay Night in way of doing things, or whatever the movies, you know, maybe she's gonna have stuff to do there. So she's dead now for this series, seemingly, but maybe in future stuff that I consume, she has like a big role and we see a lot from her. Because it seemed like we got introduced to her, saw one scene where she did a little bit of stuff, and then she was dead the next time we saw her, basically. So, pretty insane. Anyway, let's just jump into this episode. I can't wait. This is Fate Unlimited Blade Works episode 9. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And if you go to my Patreon account, you can get not only the full-length reactions to these, but early access. You can get the next probably 7, 8, maybe more episodes of this series on my Patreon account right now, so go check it out. But let's jump into this. This is Fate Unlimited Blade Works episode 9.
Shiro, wait.
What?
Why? What is it?
Someone else?
Surprised to see Saber with you.
Oh, hey Archer.
So it's you.
Okay, alright, well, Archer, your master's here and she's not gonna be cool with you doing anything to Shiro. In fact, you've been commanded not to. But he probably could attack Saber, right?
Why? Can't you tell? I rushed here as soon as I sensed the threat. But too bad.
Pretty much all over now, but I'm going to fill you in on everything that just happened.
She's so
and you're
pissed.
Going to sit there
So then, Do tell me which servant was eliminated.
Ryder.
Archer, Ryder died protecting her master. You are in no position to call her a coward.
A coward's still a coward.
And she would not fall without a fight. Insulting the manner of her death.
I like Saber
sullies your own
defending.
claim to hero status.
Defending
Think what
people
you
she
will,
doesn't
my
know.
hero status should be the first to go.
Yes, well said. In that case, do you wish to fight me, Archer?
Oh man,
I
Saber.
am under. If we were to engage in battle, I'd have no other choice but to die just like Ryder. That isn't very chivalrous, is
Okay.
it, Saber?
It isn't, but do it.
Archer!
I command you to
Enough of
cut
that.
off Archer's
Until we
head.
defeat-
Saber is just so righteous and noble. I can get carried away teasing her. I am sorry, Saber.
It was I who acted immaturely.
It's
Respect
kind of
for
true.
Rean
You
compels
were a
me to
little
overlook your
immature.
words.
Aw.
Anyway,
Then we stop him from going to the Ryudo temple.
that's the plan.
Okay?
I'm certain the first thing that you did was turn her master into a puppet.
Jeez.
That'd make sense. Let's continue our investigation of the school. Then
Master into a
we
puppet.
strike once we locate
Could it be the
Caster's
teacher then?
master.
Well, that all
Is that
sounds
why he's
good
so
except for
weird?
one thing. What? I'm not tired at all. I can. Ow.
Isn't it clear that Archer is acting really weird? And after yesterday...
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Relax. I'll go home like you said.
Oh, and thanks for all your good work today. You even looked a little bit like a real master.
She's
We're
she's
going,
extra
Archer.
complimentary
And we'll
today.
discuss this screw-up as soon as we get home. Got it?
Ah,
You're in
there
for a
it is,
scolding.
Finally. I was wondering when the verbal abuse was going to start.
Now,
You sleep in my room?
Yes, of course.
Makes sense.
If you get down to it, it's your fault for falling prey to remote hypnosis from so far. The fact is,
True.
I am unable
That's
to
very
protect
true.
you from cast prudent that I at least stay in the same room.
Well,
There's
you
nothing
make a
wrong
perfectly
with
good
that,
argument, I
Shiro.
suppose. Fine, you win. It makes sense for you to sleep nearby.
Good. It is the logical choice to make as
I'm
an
also gonna snuggle up to you.
Just
Is she? So they're technically still in different rooms, are they? Yeah, they're separated by
how
a.
can I fall asleep with
thing.
her there?
The fuck do you mean? There's a whole barricade between the two of you. She's not making any noise. It's not that weird to be around a woman,
It has
Shiro.
been 6 days since the war began. First one to have actually made his way here.
Alright,
Am I to
Kirei.
assume
What's
that
gonna
you're
happen?
withdrawing from the war?
I'm just an ordinary human now. I'd be a victim in all this.
Unless
Not fair
you're
to have
given
people
another.
constantly coming to kill us when there isn't
servant.
anything we can... Let me guess. You have some sort of problem with that?
Like, what if Caster
No,
dies
of
and
course
Assassin goes to
In
him?
all of history since this
You know?
church's founding, you are the first to withdraw from the war and ask for help. I offer
Oh.
you every courtesy.
My grandfather say when he finds out about this. Ah! This is your fault. Stuck me with that lousy rider servant.
Oh.
Riders.
Are you
Seemed
implying
good.
the right to you?
Damn right I am. And after
The
all
voice
I
actor
did
for
her, she just
Shinji's
up
very
and
good.
died like some with those smug looks on their dumb faces.
Oh my god. I wonder what Kirei actually thinks of this.
Damn.
Does he hate Shinji? Does he see
Let me ask
potential
you
in
this
him?
question. Does the fire still burn in you? Do you still wish to fight?
What's he gonna do?
There happens to be one other servant that is currently available.
What? What? What do you mean?
It's rare seeing someone so healthy, Miss Fujimura. Perhaps you would care to donate some blood?
Oh, the nerve!
What? What's wrong with
Everyone
that?
else, you know. Nobody ever adequately explained what the exact cause was.
Yeah, okay.
Just chemicals in an empty classroom down on the first
Yeah,
floor.
so that's what the cover up is.
So, if you have a spare moment, you should drop by there and visit.
Yeah,
I
let's
know
go
that
see
she'd
Sakura.
Be so happy to see you.
See if Sakura's planning something, if she's doing something, if she's Caster's master. Oh my
Tosaka,
god, Rin.
think I got something odd about Issei.
I like how physical she is with him.
What do you mean
Think
by
it's cute.
odd? What do you...
On school days, that's where Issei comes from. There's
Issei?
no way those two things are unrelated.
That could all just be a coincidence.
Who,
I can't believe it.
Who's
Are you
Issei?
covering up for him? Come with
Issei,
me.
Issei.
Oh, just come on.
But wait
Is
a minute.
Issei Shiro's friend? We'll see.
What if Issei doesn't even remember that he's actually a master?
It's true.
Okay then, I'll check him out myself.
I'll find out if he's a master. I give you my word on that.
I'm thinking about if Issei is the one that
You can trust
he
me.
helped fix
I
the
won't hold
heaters
back
with.
just because he's my friend.
You report back to me the second you know one way or the other. Got it?
Of course.
Please don't say you were just going to ask. Hey, Issei, are you a master dude? I know you wouldn't be lazy enough to do that.
Don't you worry. Plenty of other ways to check if someone's a master.
Gonna check his hand.
Emiya?
Yeah, okay. It is this guy.
Issei.
I mean, I can't see it
I
being
need you to
Issei.
take your clothes off now.
Oh my god!
You want me to what?
That's the strategy?
Have you lost your
What
mind?
the
Stay
fuck?
back.
Yep, don't ask questions. You
Oh
just
my
Stop
gosh.
this, you fool! Get off of me!
Shiro,
Is
what's
this any
wrong
way for
with
the heir of
you?
the samurai family to behave?
Alright, I don't see any, Oh my god.
Oh man,
Jeez, what's the matter with you? Why would you make me do all that for nothing?
No command
sorry.
seals.
You now owe me an explanation. Why'd you do that in the first place?
Someone
sorry, but I can't tell you any details.
picked up a
I just
jar and
needed to
burned
know
themselves and
something, that's
dropped
all.
it.
Now that I know, everything's fine.
So I wanted to know if, you know, you had a burn on your body that you were hiding to know if it was you. That's my lie.
Anyway,
What do you mean, strange?
have you noticed anything different going on there lately?
This is so suspicious,
No,
Shiro.
nothing.
You say wait.
Well, you just hurt your friendship with him.
Well, that's great. She told me to report back to her right away.
Man, I feel like Saber needs to be with you 24/7. I know she can't turn to energy or whatever. And I know she's technically not allowed in the school. But you've only got one command seal left. You can't spend it summoning her again this early in the war.
Tosaka?
What's she doing? Practicing talking to you?
Hey, there
Gonna make
you
her
are.
jump.
What are you doing just standing around?
Oh. She spying on someone? Did
Can't attract his attention.
Attract whose attention?
you find out who it is?
Closer against the wall.
Oh my god.
Boobs. Tosaka, your boobs.
I
There, in front of Sakura.
kind of appreciate that
See that strange guy over there?
he acted normally about that. Oh, it's Gilgamesh.
Just been staring at the Mato house.
Wait! Is Shinji gonna get Gilgamesh?
Wonder, is that who she was talking to before?
Wait,
Cause he's
Sakura?
like a leftover servant, but
I
he's a
was only
person
asking
now.
her for directions. And what the heck are you doing here anyway?
Ask you
Relax.
the exact same thing. What the heck's that evil prince mean?
Oh, nothing.
They animate her
I
so
see it all
well.
now.
Believe me, I don't really care.
No, she
No,
believes
I
you.
believe you. If you say he's innocent, then Issei is innocent.
She goes between being so
But
adorable.
tell me, what
And
did you
so
do
harsh.
to check him out?
I made him take off his clothes. What do you think I did? I took off his shirt if he had any command seals on him.
Well, I think I was just worried about Sakura. We're
Okay.
kind of acquaintances.
From what Fujina
No.
says, she'll be
You're
discharged
more than
today.
that.
Adopted into another family with no say at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, training?
Shiro hardly picked up his bamboo sword at all. You don't know how sad it made
Might have
me.
brought up bad memories.
You have tales from Shiro's childhood?
Yeah, wanna hear?
Yeah, hear about
I am
Kiritsugu.
quite curious.
And if anyone had a request for him, he would instantly agree to it. You could say he was the polar opposite of Kiritsugu in that regard.
Polar opposite?
Kiritsugu was the type of person who was always open. He thought that good and evil were subject. Those what will be kind of guys. However,
That's
if he
not
saw
the
someone
Kiritsugu
who was
you
in need,
knew.
he-
Why do you want to be a hero of justice?
Why? That's a tough question to answer.
Well, you took
I
it on
looked
from
up
your
to them when
dad.
I was a kid, that's all.
Shiro?
Excuse me. I'm going to my room.
He doesn't have a strong answer.
Fine. Since you can't, I'm gonna be a hero for you.
I just wanted to follow his dream.
Yeah.
Let your ideals drag you to your death.
Go to hell.
Jesus, Archer.
Never know unless you try.
I'm rooting for you, Shiro. I'm really rooting for you. Ah. All right, great episode. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm having such a great time with this series. Towards the end of that episode, I was really interested in the Saber like listening to her talk about, you know, Kuritsugu. And like I was just like watching Saber's reactions and, you know, like thinking about what she went through with Kuritsugu and then what she's hearing about how Kuritsugu, like, you know, the Kuritsugu that Fujine knew, you know? Like they're quite different people because Kuritsugu very much changed after Fate Zero. Not that Saber would know that because like Saber just basically saw Kuritsugu at all of his worst moments and then she disappeared. She went away, you know? I feel like that's really interesting. And I'm thinking about all these scenes in the context of the Fate Zero scenes. Now, something else that I want to say, and I know there's a couple things that like I've addressed in this video, and the reason being, I'm kind of recording this video after episode 1 of Fate Unlimited Blade Works has gone up on YouTube. So like since I'm super far ahead on Patreon, it's taken me a while to start addressing the comments for Unlimited Blade Works. Because I'm very far ahead, obviously. So, you know, I don't know what the comments that have been like for the past, you know, 8 weeks, because this video is being recorded much in advance. But something else that people like are reminding, like, are telling me when I'm saying this, when I'm talking about like different things in Fate Zero and Fate Unlimited Blade Works and what I think is going to happen, is people reminding me, like, when Fate Unlimited Blade Works' stories, like, when that was being written, Fate Zero didn't exist yet. Like, these concepts, these characters, like, a lot of these concepts and characters weren't even a thing. So a lot of that stuff isn't referenced in Unlimited Blade Works. I just want you to know I understand that. I get it. I know that's how I know how prequels work. I've been watching media my entire life. I get what a prequel is. I know that they didn't know all of the details of Fate Zero when they were writing Fate Stay Night / Unlimited Blade Works, all that stuff, right? I know that. The purpose of my discussion, but like I take in media in a different way. I take in media as if it's sort of the world is just one way, you know, like that's kind of how I take it in. I'm not speculating on this stuff from the perspective of like thinking that the writers were taking into account Fate Zero stuff. I'm just speculating on it based on the fact that these characters technically know about this stuff. I don't know how much they had in play at this time, you know, like clearly Saber knows Kuritsugu. Clearly, like they had that plan already in place because she had a reaction to the name Emiya and stuff like that. So clearly they knew that Kuritsugu and Saber had a connection, right? So like that's in place in this series. Obviously, like the Sakura and Rin being sisters, obviously that's like something that the writers knew at this point and will probably come into effect more in the series as it goes on, you know? There's just a lot of this stuff that clearly, like, a lot of that was planned. I don't know how much is going to feed into this series, and you don't need to tell me in the comments the stuff that isn't going to feature, because that's kind of a spoiler to me. If you say, like, oh, they're never going to cover, you know, we're never going to see, like, Aoi and... Not Aoi. Oh, Aoi. That's her name, right? Aoi. We're never going to see Aoi, for example, right? That was Rin's mother, right? Like, I don't need to know that. Because that, to me, is a bit of a spoiler, because it's like, you're telling me stuff that's not going to happen in the series, which, like, I don't want to know that. I want to be blind on what's going to come up. So if I'm speculating on, like, oh, I wonder if we're going to see this from Fate Zero, or this thing's going to come into play, I'm not meaning that the writers knew what happened in Fate Zero and are doing callbacks to it. I mean that these scenes would have happened first, and then in Fate Zero they wrote in backstory to it to make this scene even cooler. That sort of thing. So it makes me... So I'm just you know, addressing that right now, that like you don't have to remind me that that this series came first. I'm very, very, very aware of that, and I have been from the beginning, from the start of Fate Zero. I knew. So yeah, but still, watching scenes like that, I'm just very invested in Saber, listening to stuff about Kiritsugu, and I want to see her like address it, talk about it. Like, I want to hear her ideas of Kiritsugu or whatever. It might be something that they drop in this, like, towards the end of the season or something, right? As like big reveals of like her being like, hey, I was Kiritsugu's servant and blah 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 blah. Like, that would be pretty sick. I don't know. Like, that's why I want to watch more and more of these episodes. I want to see how this plays out. Like, we're only 9 episodes in right now. There are probably 25 or 26. Let me see. There are 25 episodes. We're 9 in. And I'm just so keen. I'm so keen to see how all of this plays out. So, like, yeah, I just... Oh, man, it's just so fun. Alright, so there's that. So Kirei said there's a servant available. So my first thought was that you knock out Ryder so that Shinji doesn't have a servant, and then what's gonna happen is, since Caster summoned Assassin, we take out Caster, then Assassin doesn't have a master, and instead he gets reassigned to Shinji. I thought that might be something that happens, so that it gives us an excuse to, like, fight Caster, and it's like, oh, we took out Caster and Assassin at the same time, and then we find out about that people can get, that servants can get reassigned, you know? And then, like, then maybe that happens in this series, and then we get to keep Assassin around for a little bit and see how Assassin doesn't blend very well with Shinji, you know, like that sort of thing would be very cool. But it seems like Kirei has his own idea, because when he says there's a servant available, I imagine he's not talking about Assassin, because Assassin's not available. He technically has a master. But other than that, there's no one available, right? So the only person I can think of is Gilgamesh. But how would that work? Gilgamesh is like a dude now. He's like, as far as I know, he's just straight up a human. He's just a guy. So it would be insane for him to become a servant. Like, that feels kind of fucked up. I mean, this whole situation's kind of fucked up. The idea of servants in the first place. Archer already talked about it in a previous episode. Like, we're servants without wills of our own. Like, we're slaves. But, like, for Gilgamesh to have gained his freedom and become a human, if we were to just make him a servant again, that feels very strange. But it would be kind of hype, because, like, Gilgamesh, like, becoming a servant again, he was extremely fucking powerful, and he wasn't much of an archer. So, like, what if they brought him into the rider class? Because now rider class is free. So what if they made him a rider? He is honestly just as much a rider as he was an archer, as far as I'm concerned. Like, an archer, he threw spears at people from far away. That's kind of archery, you know? Ryder, he did ride on that big spaceship thing, you know, on that throne. So he's more of a rider than this woman was rider. I don't know why she was rider. So he could maybe come back as rider. I don't know. I can't believe that Shiro did the whole, like, was like, don't worry, I'll handle Issei. I know how to do it subtly. And then walked in and went, take off your clothes! Take off all your clothes right now! And then as soon as he takes off his clothes, he goes, oh, good. And Issei goes, all right, so why did I do that? And he's like, can't tell you, sorry. Anyway, anything weird about the shrine recently? Like, he was being so not subtle at all. He's lucky that Issei's a, like, understanding guy, seems like. And the other thing that I really liked in this episode, this is such a small thing, but, like, just with anime, and I mean, a lot of media, but, like, anime for sure, there's a big thing of, like, people making a big deal about boobs. Like, that tends to be a thing, right? Like when boobs are pressing up against someone or touching someone or whatever, it's like a, you know, they blush and there's a zoom in on it or whatever, and then the other person like goes what, and then steps back, and then they blush, and there's like, they generally make a big anime moment out of it, you know. But I feel like, you know, with most normal people, we acknowledge the fact that women have boobs and it's fine, you know, and it's not a big deal. And like this episode actually had a moment that I was like, that was a normal, still funny boob joke, but a normal interaction that wasn't in any way strange or heightened or anything, which is like Rin, you know, pushed him against the wall or whatever angrily, and then, you know, obviously her boobs are pressing against him, and he just went, what is it, like, boobs, Tosaka, your boobs, like just doing it in a like, in a ow 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 you're pushing your body against me type way, which is like, he did it honestly in a normal enough way that I was like, I feel like I would maybe do that in real life, where I'm like, hey, you're pressing your boobs against me, stop it. And I just, it's such a small thing, but to me it's like, it's better writing than the alternative, which is like him super blushing and getting really awkward about it and stuttering a lot, and then she's also, you know, or him being like smiling to himself and smirking, getting a nosebleed, you know, that sort of thing. Like it, and she didn't react to it as well. Like it was like, to her, you know, there's bigger fish to fry right now. Like it's not a big deal. And I just, it's such a small thing, and it's so small that me bringing it up makes it a bigger thing than it needs to be and actually takes away from that moment. But I just like to acknowledge sometimes when I see those sorts of scenes done in a way that I'm like, this is still a boob joke. It still achieves the same sort of, like, almost the same fan service that you want out of it, which is like, you want to see the female character press their boobs against the male character in a funny scenario, and you want to have a funny joke with it, right? That's what they want to achieve. This is, to me, it done right, where it's like, it's not a big deal, it's not weird, it's kind of a normal male-female interaction, and I think it works very nicely. So, props to the writer who did that joke because it worked nicely. Yeah, anyway, am I ending this video on a boob joke? I guess I am, because I don't see any other notes on my notebook. So that's episode 9 of Fate Unlimited Blade Works. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.